Good evening, beautiful people. Shafia Monroe here with AKA Mama Shafia. And I am talking tonight about, or today, about thyme. So this came out my yard. So you have the thyme like this. But before that, well, it's really quite a mess. It's looking like this, but I have to pick it out. So thyme is the same thing that you use when you might hear some background. I have a family member who's having a good time in the other room, but I'm going to keep doing this. So this is a thyme. Smells very good. We know it as a herb. It's related to the lavender and the rosemary family. And in terms of postpartum care, I just want to read off a few things. For one, it's high in iron. So 6.7%, 30% iron if you drink 1 cup of thyme. And for postpartum period, we all should be really concerned with our client, our family member, ourselves with iron. Iron is really hard to get nowadays because you're bleeding every month, and after the babies came, we know that some women actually hemorrhage, or they just, even if they're not hemorrhaging, they're still losing a little bit of blood. They might already have been anemic. Remember that the baby takes iron in the last trimester from the mom. So it's very challenging to keep it up. So anything around iron, you want to make sure she's getting it. So if she is drinking a cup of thyme, it would just be once a day. It could help with iron. And you want to squeeze some lemon in it because the vitamin C is always going to help iron become more absorbable into the body. So that's one thing. Also, with thyme, it supports the tone of the uterus. So by drinking it, you can also get thyme oil and break it down with a little bit of olive oil. So your thyme, olive oil is going to be the carrier, and you could massage your stomach with that. It's also high in vitamins like A and C, which means a good immune system. So moms can be compromised sometimes just by having the baby, and or prevent infection, because uterine infection, mastitis, those things are also very common. It reduces inflammation. It's anti-inflammatory, so any type of inflammation that might be happening in the body, it will help her with promoting overall healing. And then lastly, it's great for digestion. So bloating, stomach ache, gassy, all that will be beneficial during the postpartum period. So this is thyme. Once again, it's very, very small. What I do is let mine dry up, and then I pull it off the, you still can see it here. I pull it, just kind of like this, pull it off. Well, you know what, you can just let it dry up. But when it dries, sometimes I pull it off, and then I put it in a bowl, because I actually cook with mine. I still put it with my food as a seasoning still. But you could just take this whole thing as well, and you're going to always, this still is well, it's not a flour, so it's kind of rooty. I put the whole stem in, so I would boil the water first, put this in, let it boil just for a couple of seconds, maybe 60 seconds. So turn it off, let it sit, and then mix with honey, lemon, and give the mother just 1 cup. Too much can also cause a problem. So you don't want to overdo the thyme. All right, you all. I love discussing herbs and postpartum care from an African American perspective, from just postpartum in general. So I don't really know a lot if the Black midwives use this. I have not seen it in my research or my literature, but we know that thyme was brought over by the Europeans, so I'm sure they used it, but I cannot find record. But it is a good postpartum herb to use. All right, you all, you can find me at Shafia Monroe on Instagram. You can find me on Shafia Monroe on LinkedIn. You can find me at shafiamonroe.com. You can find me at smcduels.com. So a lot of places, and I'm happy to share any question you might have about how to help yourself or your clients become fully recovered during the postpartum period, which, by the way, should be at least 24 months. A year is better. All right, you all. Great talking to you. Salam, peace, blessings, love.